Lin-Manuel Miranda. In the Heights was, of course, his first Broadway musical. He not only wrote the music and lyrics, but also originated the lead role as Usnavi. Now you'll see him in the movie, too, in a smaller part. It's a role he never intended to play. We caught up with Lin to talk to him about joining the cast and filming in the neighborhood where he grew up, Washington Heights.
It actually took a lot of convincing to get me into this movie. I really wanted to be able to say, listen, we made our thing with our Heights family on Broadway, and go forth with my blessing, and I can't wait to see what you make. And Kiara and John were really sort of the co-conspirators on this. John was like, haven't cast Piragua guy yet. He just kept saying that. And I was like, okay, well, cast someone good. Bye. I will be watching from my little producer chair. And then Kiara called me one day and she was like, the studio is going to want to cut Piragua because it doesn't really do anything story-wise. And she goes, but I have an idea on how to save it. And I go, okay, what's your idea on it? Oh, it was one of those calls. And then, what ended up being the joy of playing in Piragüero was, the weird sort of bittersweet thing that happened in 2008 was my grandfather passed away the week after Heights opened. We were celebrating opening night, and then the next Sunday, I was on a plane to Puerto Rico to say goodbye to him before he passed. And so I just said, let me make this just the love letter to I'm just going to play my grandfather. So I'm wearing his glasses around my neck. I'm wearing my socks up way too high. When I watched a cut of the film with my Puerto Rico family, with my cousins for the first time, the way they screamed, I can't believe they let you dress like Abuelo Wiesing in a major motion picture.
Let me get an amaretto sour for this ghetto flower. How are you so pretty? You complete me. You and me, and hello, you need me. Truly, madly, deeply, let's get freaky.
At this point, I feel about the movie the way I feel about the neighborhood itself. There's so many layers of memories inside it. I can watch a sequence like When You're Home, and I can remember writing that song when I was just about my third date with Vanessa, who would become my wife, which was us taking each other to our favorite spots in Washington Heights and saying, well, this is where I used to go when I grew up. And this, right? It is the Benny and Nina trajectory. And then, fast forward to 2019, and they're dancing to this thing in J. Hood Wright Park, which I used to walk through with my son to take him to preschool every day. And, my wife's grandmother's building where she raised my father-in-law is visible in the frame. And so again, it's these layers of joyful memories on top of each other.